All right, everyone, welcome back to another WPT Lifestyle Reacts video. I hope you guys haven't been enjoying the recent videos. They have been a blast to make. Before we begin the video, make sure you smash that like button. Don't forget to press subscribe. Today, we are going to be going into the top 10 unsolved Disney mysteries. You know, we're going back and see some of your childhood favorite memories or some more recent Disney. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but we're going to jump in right into this video. Let's do it.
Straightforward as you might
Let's go,
think.
bro.
There's a few mysteries lying underneath everything. It doesn't matter if you're talking about the Pixar universe being tied together.
Got my water on deck, man.
Debbie Stone, or one of the big
Some of the stuff I might not even know, but we'll see.
movie history. We'll be covering it all with this list.
Number 10, baby.
Coming in at number 10,
The
we have
Pixar.
Pixar theory. Let's kick off.
So this is like some conspiracy type stuff.
Disney, and that is Pixar. A few years ago, a very interesting theory came forward about Pixar, and it was that all the movies exist in the same universe and on the same
What?
timeline. That sounds pretty insane, but they actually put a lot of work into making these string together. There's a website called the Pixar Theory that breaks it down. It needs to be updated
The
to
Pixar
accommodate
Theory.
for some of the newer movies, but what has been laid out so far makes a lot of sense. It starts with Brave. The magic from that movie gives
Now this is something this movie I've never seen before, so I don't know. I saw this one, The Incredibles.
the zero-point energy that Syndrome uses eventually leaks out into toys in Toy Story and makes them intelligent and alive. Resentment
What?
eventually builds between humans and toys as they are mistreated. At this point, we start to see advanced life in the ocean from people experimenting on fish, thus finding Nemo. The experimentation spreads to rats, in which they become intelligent, and then we get Ratatouille. The toys are planning a war against people, and the BLN company is polluting the earth, so the old man and Up decides to hightail it out of civilization. In hiding, he starts breeding an army of intelligent dogs. This leads to a war between animals and humans. The zero-point energy that got into toys is now in machines, and they get into cars. The machines side with humans and help
What is going on here? This What am I watching?
them win the war, and the BLN company that knocked down the old man's house in Up continues to pollute, now at an even larger scale because machines are sentient. Eventually, the planet is uninhabitable, and we get WALL-E. The plant at the end of WALL-E lays the foundation for a bug's life, and then thousands of years after that, we have a world that is dominated by a new life form, which is monsters. The question would be, how do these new movies fit into this theory, and is this theory true?
What was that? What was that?
Coming in at number 9, we have Debbie Stone. Now, I've talked about the mysterious death of Debbie Stone before, the 18-year-old hostess at Disney for the musical performance of
What?
America Sings. But today, I'm going to dive deeper into this mystery. So, America Sings was a new attraction, one where you would be
Never heard of
seated
this
in a
before.
theater facing a stage, and after each performance, the theater would rotate. But during one performance, Debbie Stone somehow got trapped between the rotating wall
What?
and the stationary stage wall. She was instantly crushed to death. Now, how she got trapped between the walls in the first place is the mystery. Here's
Wow.
where stuff doesn't add up. Her coworker and some audience members said that they heard the screams but thought that it was part of the show. Okay, but the coworker probably saw
Dude, that sounds like murder, man. Crazy.
the show how many times? They would have known that the screams weren't a part of the show. Also, in one report, it says that her body was found an hour later. In a different report, it said that she was found directly after the show. So,
Wow.
which one was it? And how come no one investigated right after hearing the screams? One theory, according to a Reddit user that apparently knew a cast member that worked with Debbie, said that she was showing off her new engagement ring. She extended her arm over the safety line of the stage in the rotating seat and got crushed. But like, why didn't that employee report her death right away then? Another theory is that she was pushed between the walls, but we still don't know 100% for sure what truly happened to her.
Wow.
Coming at number 8, we have why does Triton have Poseidon's trident? For this one, we need to dive a little bit into Greek mythology. For those of you who don't know,
Dude,
the
let's
king
see
who
what
is
this is about.
Ariel's father in The Little Mermaid is King Triton. Now, in Greek mythology, Triton is the son of Poseidon, and although he possesses great power, he doesn't have quite the power that his daddy does, and he doesn't wield a Triton to control the seas. He actually has a conch horn, which is obviously much less menacing. But in The Little Mermaid, we see Triton ruling the 7 seas with his daddy's weapon, and is quite irresponsible with it when he lets it fall into the hands of Ursula. If we're going to go through the tropes of Greek mythology, it's pretty common for sons to kill fathers or fathers to kill sons. We have Kronos, who was devouring his children, and then he was eventually killed by his son Zeus. So is there a chance that Triton killed his father so he could take his trident and rule the 7 seas?
Dude, some of these people, they just got too much time on their hands to be thinking about this stuff.
Moving on to number 7, we have the ghost. Now, according to multiple
A ride.
guests and park employees,
Never been to Disneyland or Disney World.
haunted by a male spirit. Who is this man?
Interesting.
Or why he haunts this particular ride is still unknown. Former Disney cast member Marlo Whisk believes that the ghost everyone is seeing is that of Mr. Wedway, a man who died while helping to build the ride.
What?
At Disneyland, the ghost is called Mr. One-Way. Apparently, he likes to hang out in the Space Mountain line. He's described as a big man with red hair and or a red face. Others think he manifests himself as a young kid dressed in 70s clothes. When he's the man, he tends to remain silent and he just kind of lurks in line. But when he's the kid, he chats away, oblivious to the modern changes of the world, which shocks the park guests. Other times, people have seen this man fall off the ride. Marlo
What?
claims that multiple guests have seen this and then freaked out, saying that someone fell off the ride. But no, it's just good old Mr. One-Way.
That's crazy.
Also, why is his face red? Like, is he just badly sunburnt, or like, is it red? That's what I want to know. That's
Jeez.
Coming in number 6, we have why did Meg's boyfriend leave? One of the coolest things in the Disney universe is when the Disney princess from Hercules, my favorite Disney movie, gives up her soul to Hades so she can save her boyfriend. This is something she did because she was madly in love. People will do wild things when they're in love with someone. But after this guy's released from the underworld, he walks out on her. What the hell? Excuse me, dude? Someone just sold their soul for you. They put it all on the line. They deserve some of your time. The movie never covers why some dude thinks it's okay to leave her in the dirt. It makes sense why she would double-cross Hercules. I wouldn't trust anyone if I got that kind of move pulled on me. Talk about waste man of the week.
We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with the Small World. Okay, for starters, the Small World ride at Disney is
This looks
terrifying.
creepy.
I don't know how they ever liked that ride.
Jeez.
And honestly, a number of people believe that it's cursed. In fact, in 2010,
No.
Disneyland Paris worker
No.
died at that ride. Apparently, he was cleaning the ride when he fell into the water and got trapped under a boat. He later died in the hospital. But the thing is, that's all the information that was released to the public. We don't know how he fell into the ride or how he managed to get trapped under there. And like, who found him? Because he didn't die on scene. He died later in the hospital, meaning someone would have had to found him within minutes before he drowned. But for starters, he was cleaning when the park was closed. So like, was someone in there with him? If there wasn't anyone in
What?
there with them, then how did they even spot him if he was lodged under the boat? Just a lot of things don't add up here, and they never followed up with the story, so we don't know what happened.
Coming in at number 4, we have the Disney Water Park River Country. It's no surprise that the people at Disney are constantly trying to find new theme parks to keep things interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, they
That's
have
Snow?
California Adventure Park that is a roller coaster with a double loop. I will never forget that ride because I rode it with my mom. and
No
she
shot,
screamed
bro.
So hard.
Never. I don't like roller coasters.
Stop laughing. I was laughing so hard to the point where my body was limp and just kind of getting thrown around in the roller coaster. But I doubt any of you out there have been to River Country. This was Disney's attempt.
Oh, there's definitely an alligator, right?
Water park, where you could slide down water slides, eat overpriced food, and swim in water that is 97% pee. Even
Jeez.
though an aqua-themed Disney park should have been a hit, it was shut down. Now, why was that? Most people just think it's because the park simply wasn't making enough money to keep running.
No.
The story on the sly was that there was some sort of bacteria in the water that
What?
was toxic, and the whole park had to be shut down before they got sued. But
Wow. Wow, I didn't know that.
Number 3, we have Rebecca.
Oh, the
We've
cruise!
talked about this mysterious case before. It's just that nothing about this case makes sense. So on March 22nd, 2011, 24-year-old worker on the Disney Wonder cruise ship, Rebecca Corium, disappeared without a trace. No one knows what happened to her. Did she slip and fall off the boat, or was she murdered and tossed overboard?
Ooh.
At 5:45 that morning, CCTV footage caught Rebecca talking on the phone on deck 1. She seemed visibly distressed. That was the last time she was ever seen again.
Wow.
At 9 a.m., Rebecca didn't show up for her shift, and the search was on. Now, here's where it gets really weird. Disney lied to Rebecca's parents about a number of things surrounding the case. For starters, they lied and said that the phone place on deck 5. They even cropped the CCTV footage so that it didn't say what deck she was on.
What?
In an unedited version, they saw that it was actually on deck 1. They continued on lying, saying that the wave washed her off of deck 5 that night after the phone call. Again, she was never on deck 5. Then the Disney crew also gave the parents a sandal, which they claimed was Rebecca's. So here's her sandal. She must have fallen overboard. It was both the wrong size and style of hers.
Wow.
When the Coast Guards went to scan the ocean to try and see if Rebecca fell
That's sad,
overboard,
man.
they were told the wrong location to search. So theory goes that Disney knows exactly what happened to Rebecca. Somewhere they have the tape that shows what happened to her. I mean, even a worker says
That's crazy.
the ship has a lot of cameras and everything is taped. So where is this tape? And why does Disney not want anyone to know the truth? Sus.
Facts.
And coming in at the number 2 spot, why did the glass slipper not
Ooh.
vanish? This is one of the biggest plot holes in story history, not even just movie history, in any story ever. So in Cinderella, we have our famous princess at the ball with the prince, and we all know the story. She got a wish from their fairy godmother, and she had until midnight to woo the prince. After midnight, the spell was broken, and everything would return back to normal. And it does. Her horses turn back into mice. Her dress turns into rags. Her chariot turns into a pumpkin. Everything returns to its original unmagical state other than the glass slipper. But why? It doesn't make any sense. The slipper should have transformed all the same. It should have been a stinky wooden clog the prince would have gotten one of his servants to throw out. Was it only the items that were on her body that would change back? I need answers
Yeah.
now. I need them right now.
See this last one.
In our number 1 spot, we have
Whoa, what is this place?
One woman shared her very odd experience she had back in 1999 when she went to Disney with her family. So during her trip, in which she was 12 at the time, her and her family went on the It's a Small World ride. Again, is cursed. Well, during the ride, it was stopped. The lights turned off, and the moving display with the creepy children stopped operating.
Stop,
Came
bro.
on, and Disney employees wearing red overalls came to help everyone evacuate the ride. They said that there was a safety concern. They were then escorted through the emergency exits and were told to remain looking forward and to follow the sky.
What does that mean?
Being escorted out
Someone
with
died?
the ambulance and police in the parking lots. But while this was all going down, her mom was taking photos. And in one image, she caught something very creepy. The mom took a photo of the ceiling by accident, and up hanging from the rafters, we see what appears to be someone hanging. Is it a
What?
ghost? Is it a doll that was hanging up there to scare someone? Or is it something more sinister? We may never know.
Wow.
Video, let's move on to our comment shout out portion. We'll be shouting out comments from the video. Top 10 kids.
Wow. That is insane. Well, I think most of the unsolved mysteries was having to do with someone's death, which is it's very sad, man. I never knew any of that stuff in there. So appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget, smash the like button, press the red button to subscribe, turn on the notifications so you'll be notified every time WPT Lifestyle Reacts goes live. Leave a comment down below what you'd like to see next time with the West with WPT Lifestyle. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace.